Previously on Rise of the Tomb Raider. Lara Croft took care of her East Siberian brown bear problem the only way she knows how to. By murdering the crap out of it. With homemade poisoned arrows nonetheless. Well, at least the hide is going to be put to good use. Waste not, want not, as they say. Oh, and look, the bear also had a gift pack implanted under his skin. Why was there a gift pack there? I don't know, and who cares? A gift pack's a gift pack. I'll take it. And now with the bear murdered stone dead, we can finally take that shortcut through his home. Ooh, and let's pick up this fresh supply of poisoned mushrooms, because for some reason my supply has run somewhat short. Ah, more Mongolian ruins, because as we all know, Mongolians were famous cave dwellers. This box does not look Mongolian though. Ah, a semi-auto pistol part, yes, definitely not Mongolian. They are really conservative with weapons in this game. You start off with a homemade bow and arrows, and then when you finally come across proper weapons, you don't even get to pick them up outright. You have to collect them part by part. Not what I expected, I have to say.
The Prophet and his followers have been traveling under cover of night, a crooked trail around the border of the Eastern Empire. I do not know where they are headed, and I suspect they do not either. But they know we will not let them rest until this heresy is purged. The common folk of the borderlands give him shelter, and I find it curious that none who have aided him will tell me anything of use. Even when I threaten them with the wrath of Trinity or touch the edge of a knife to their throats, they stay silent. They die, never betraying what they know. The Prophet has a curious sway over people. All the more reason he must be silenced.
That Prophet really got around. I mean, we found his tomb in Syria earlier on in the game, and now we're finding evidence of his travels all the way in Siberia. Not a bad trek considering he made it on foot or maybe on a horse or something similar.
The fugitive Prophet has crossed out of the Empire and now turns north. I'm now in unfamiliar territory. The order of Trinity was clear. I am to pursue the false prophet and his adherents to the ends of the earth and wash away his heresy. But I believed I could overtake him months ago. Still, he eludes me. He crosses Khazar land and across the Caucasus Mountains. Here, I'm at a disadvantage. I speak a dozen tongues of the Empire, but in the hinterlands, I'm often left to communicate with little more than a sword. The Prophet, it seems, speaks every language, as if he were born to them.
Okay, now I've had 2 goes at this initial jump, and even though it looks as if the path continues at the bottom, I really want to find out where this goes. At least I didn't die on my way back this time. Okay, 3rd time's the charm, let's do this. Really? That's why I climbed up twice and even died?
Damn it!
Ha, even Lara agrees. Damn it indeed. Wow, this game is so pretty.
Shit, that's gonna be cold.
Cold maybe, but oh so pretty. Ha, we're not leaving that behind though.
An arrowhead carved from bone. This looks like Mongol craftsmanship.
Looks rather blunt if you ask me. I mean, I guess it would hurt to get hit by it, but it doesn't look super dangerous.
This was a whistling arrow. Mongol archers would fire these over their enemies to frighten and confuse them.
Frighten and confuse. Really? I guess maybe if you have like 10,000 of them coming at you. I wonder if there's any kind of secret revelations with the stuff I picked up earlier. I should check.
Another religious symbol. But this one is simple and handmade. The Prophet must have drawn followers from every walk of life.
Nope, no secrets to be found here.
A crown from one of the princes of Kiev. How did it come to be all the way out here? Someone was wearing it when they were killed.
Wow, I'm impressed. Now, I make fun of Lara for practicing archaeology like a small herd of elephants. Or was it a herd of small elephants? Anyway, she goes around breaking everything as if that's a normal thing to do. But for her to be able to just pick up a crown, look at it and go, oh yes, one of the princes of Kiev's crowns. Especially considering that it was found in the Siberian wilderness. I mean, there's literally no clues to go by, just the look and shape of it, and without any further research, she just identifies it like that. Respect, Miss Croft. Respect.
A paisa, a sort of passport. Whoever held this spoke with the authority of the Mongol Empire. It reads, "By the power of eternal heaven, an order of the Empire, whoever does not show respect will be guilty of an offense."
See, that makes more sense, to find a Mongolian paisa in Mongolian ruins in an area of Siberia where the Mongols came through, and then to be able to identify it instantly. That sounds relatively plausible. Oh, an ancient Mongolian fireplace. Let's go warm up a bit. Oh wow, loads of new things to learn. Let's start out with skills maybe. Efficient killer. Enemies killed while in stealth will be automatically looted for resources. Yeah, I'm not going to argue with that. Sounds great. One more skill point. Let's see what else there is. Avid Learner. Earn bonus XP from survival caches, documents, relics, and challenges. More XP means gaining new skills faster. A great investment, I think. Choices, choices, choices. It looks as if I can create 3 different items. A quiver with a greater carrying capacity, a rifle ammo pouch, and I assume also the same for a pistol, as I thought. Right, I have no rifle and I have no pistol. What should I go for, I wonder? And for my final trick, an upgraded weapon. And this time there isn't even any false dilemma, there is simply one choice, and that is to wrap my string. Apparently, wrapping the string of a bow decreases finger tension and allows you to hold it for longer. Yep, that's actually what the description said, less finger tension. Okay then. Maybe they meant by wrapping the string it kind of pads it so it doesn't cut into your fingers as much, which maybe makes it a bit more comfortable to hold, and that's why you can hold it for longer. That's probably what they meant to say. At least that's what I think they should have meant to say. Now that's a rather long jump. Yeah, of course I knew I would make that. I knew I'd make it easily.
A Byzantine war galley. How the hell did it get down here?
Wait, I thought we were in a forest. How did a ship from the Eastern Roman Empire, why is it in Siberia and why is it in a forest? And not only in a forest in the mountains. I mean, remember the first level? We're up some serious mountains here.
It's Mongolian. They passed through here. I must be close to the lost city.
Ooh, a challenge tomb. I wonder where I have to go for that. Could it be this massive orange glowing slab of ice I can climb? Oh look, it's the Prophet's wooden symbol. Ha! That's quite cool that they integrated it.
Must be something up there.
Yes, we know. We got a whole prompt about it telling us it was a challenge tomb. Come on, pay attention, Lara.
ice somehow.
The Maria Adula is trapped. The ice gave way. Her spine snapped in two. No matter. While I hope to wield her cannons against the false prophet, we will continue on foot. I have 6 of the Order of Trinity's best, and we have been stockpiling food and supplies while the sailors starved. They do not know it yet, but they will give their life for the cause. My men and I will find our way out of these icy caves and continue on foot. Before the ship was swallowed by the ice to the south, we heard music. That will be our first stop. But first I must rest. The cold has sunk into my bones, and I am drowsy. Just a little sleep.
Yes, that did it.
The cold got to him and he became drowsy and went to sleep. I'm guessing he's one of these guys then. And he mentioned cannons, so I'm guessing this is kind of a late Byzantine galley. It's funny, I always associated cannons with sailing ships rather than, well, sailing and rowing ships like the galley. But I guess the Byzantine Empire lasted all the way until the 15th century, so it's possible, I guess. Edit, I've looked it up. Yes, galleys had cannons, sometimes. So what I meant is that later galleys were equipped with cannons. Earlier ones, of course, weren't. Interesting, the stuff you learn while playing video games. Galleys sometimes had cannons and they were able to sail up Siberian mountains. Although I'm not sure that all of the things you learn from video games are all that useful. I don't know, just a hunch.
Now to find out what's up there.
Oh, I didn't even know that that's where I wanted to go, but sure, why not? Not only did this ship climb up a mountain into a forest and then fall down an ice hole, it also seems to have exploded and very conveniently distributed itself all around the walls exactly where I need to climb. And by I, of course, I mean Lara, because I couldn't climb this if I had to. Now, if I had a few months' time to train, maybe, but not right now.
Look at all this. Why were they carrying so much wealth with them?
Who cares? It's mine now.
It's done. We'll die here, thanks to Caraldus and the madness of the Order of Trinity. My ship will never see water again. We entered the glacial sea too far into the winter. Would have been turned back, but Caraldus would not abandon this lost prophet. He and his dead-eyed warriors seized control. He forced the ship through shallow tributaries until we could go no further. Then he made my crew construct sled runners, and the bastard forced us to tow the ship over land. It was death and excommunication to deny him. But it was death either way. I will make sure he dies here, with us. I've always kept a little poison at the ready, in case the ship was taken. Now, it has another use.
This codex details the archery techniques of the foes of the Byzantine Empire.
Ancient abilities learned from reading an antique codex? What's next? Learning how to end your foe rightly by throwing the pommel of your sword at him? That would be quite funny, although there aren't really any swords, so I guess probably not. That captain's log entry was quite interesting though, so I guess the guy didn't just die of hypothermia. He was poisoned, and we also received an explanation as to why there was a ship in the middle of the forest up a mountain. They sailed upriver until they couldn't anymore, and then they just dragged the ship by hand. Fair enough, I take all of my mockery back, at least the mockery that was focused on a ship being up a mountain in a forest down a cave. Yes, that part I take back.
Byzantine brooch. The enamel work is beautiful. This portrait has been defaced. It looks like it was depicting the Prophet. They must have had to hide their faith.
Well, they didn't do a very good job of hiding it. I mean, okay, they damaged it, but you can still tell that it's supposed to be this prophet. It's like the worst of both worlds. You've damaged the brooch that is probably very valuable and sentimental to you, and at the same time you're not really hiding anything. Oh wow, she can do the craziest acrobatics in the world, but after 3 seconds of holding her breath, she's already grunting and blacking out. Maybe try breathing in before you dive next time. Just an idea. I mean, I'm no freediving expert, but someone with the athleticism and stamina of a professional sports climber should be able to hold her breath just a little bit.
He's passed through the lands of the Rus. I cannot shake the feeling that he's taunting me, waiting until I'm a day's ride away before moving on. I will not be home before the winter, as I hoped. I've stopped at a small village by a glassy lake they called Svetloyar. The Prophet spoke here, and now the villagers refuse me lodging. I slept on the banks of the lake, where a young man bearing a crude version Prophet's icon tried to kill me as I dozed. I made an example of him, and now the people fix me with the evil eye, spit at me as I pass. I must move on soon. His sickness spreads.
You missed. Oh, it's her. Hey, I'm a friend.
I'm not your enemy.
That remains to be seen.
Okay then.
You killed those men back there.
I killed them to survive. I suspect you did too. How long have they been here?
Days, at most. The invaders took many of my people prisoner. You should leave this place before it's too late.
I can't do that. I came here for something important.
So did they. If I see you again, I'll put an arrow in your throat.
You and I are on the same side. I hope I can prove that to you. What's going on down there?
Who are you indeed? Strange Siberian people who speak perfect English and dress in chainmail.
So, there are people who live out here, and they appear to have been here for a very long time, living in isolation for decades, maybe even centuries. I notice elements of her dress, small adornments that would not have been out of place in the Byzantine Empire. Could they possibly be descendants of the Prophet's people? How much do they know about the lost city or the divine source? It's clear Trinity will do anything to find out. I'm afraid that whoever they are, they're in grave danger. Let's hope the old proverb about the enemy of my enemy remains true.
I would guess that they're protecting the Prophet's whatever, and that's exactly what we're after. I see a conflict of interest here, but I guess we can cross that bridge once we get to it. In the meantime, maybe if I dress like them, they'll accept me more. I mean, probably not, but it gives me an excuse to put on some new clothes. Just go with it. It'll be fine. I guess next up is invading the enemy base, but let's leave that for next time. Until then, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next episode.